Knight's departure is part of a broad management shakeup at Stellantis. What do we know?
Yeah, Francine, listen, after that profit warning, as you mentioned, about 2 weeks ago, something had to be done. And what was done after a 2-day board meeting in the United States by Carlos Tavares, the CEO of Stellantis, was a massive shakeup across the entire business globally. So we had the departure of the CFO. As you mentioned, we also have a shakeup at the COO's office, both also the local COOs, both in North America and in China, as well as the heads of Maserati and Alfa Romeo. And this comes as Carlos Tavares is dealing with a lot of things, including obviously the sort of broader sentiment within the auto industry, but a few idiosyncratic issues. They have a lot of inventory stuck in the United States. They've got issues with the unions. And of course, Francine, he's flying from the U.S. back to Rome to go to speak before lawmakers because they are very concerned about the fact that they might have to close factory and there's not that kind of capacity being generated within Europe. We also think about Carlos Tavares as this is basically his last year and a half as CEO. We know that John Elkann, the chairman, is looking for his replacement. The question will be for Tavares, will he be able over that period of time to both weather the storm and also bring exciting new cars to market? And that's exactly what we'll ask him when we speak to him on Monday from the Paris Auto Show. We should say, Francine, that this morning, after all of those moves, the shares are down 3%. That brings the shares down about 20% since that profit warning. So investors may be not taking solace in this management shakeup.
So we got delivery numbers also from Mercedes and BMW. What story does that tell us?
Yeah, so listen, not a very good story either. We had also profit warnings, not just from Stellantis, but from Mercedes, BMW, and also Volkswagen. And we got some of their delivery figures that tell us a very sort of negative story, particularly, Francine, in China. When you drill down into the China figures for these car makers, you had Mercedes down 13%, you had Porsche down 19%, BMW down 30%. If you think about that, Francine, that is 30% decrease in BMW's biggest market in China. And that is even before any conversation about retaliatory tariffs. There is one silver lining, Francine. I did look for one for BMW. They did manage to increase their EV sales by 10% in the quarter. That really bucks the trend for a lot of the automakers that are really struggling with those EV sales. And you show it there, you can contrast it to Mercedes, which was down 30% in the quarter. So overall, more bad news for the auto sector, Francine.